Good morning. Welcome to another video. We're reading chapter 10 of Devarim, which is Deuteronomy. At that time, Yah said to me, "Hew for yourself 2 tablets of stone like the first, and come up to me on the mountain, and you shall make yourself an ark of wood. Then I will write on the tablets the words that were on the first tablets which you broke, and you shall put them in the ark." So I made an ark of acacia wood, hewed 2 tablets of stone like the first, and went up the mountain with the 2 tablets in my hand. And he wrote on the tablets, according to the first writing, the 10 words, which Yahuwah had spoken to you in the mountain from the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. Then Yahuwah gave them to me. And I turned and came down from the mountain and put the tablets in the ark which I had made, and they are there as Yahuwah commanded me. Now the children of Israel departed from the wells of Bani Yakin to Mosherah. Aaron died there, and he was buried there, and Eleazar his son became Kohen, or priest, in his place. From there they departed to Gudgoda, and from Gudgoda to Yotbadah, a land of rivers of water. At that time, Yah separated the tribe of Levi to bear the ark of the covenant of Yah, to stand before Yah, serve him, and to Barak, bless in his name to this day. Therefore, Levi has no portion, nor inheritance with his brothers. Yah is his inheritance, as Yah your Elohim promised. And I stayed in the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights, and Yah heard me at that time also. Yah chose not to destroy you. And Yah said to me, "Arise and go before the people to depart, and let them go in and possess the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. And now, Yisrael, what is Yah your Elohim asking of you, but to revere Yah your Elohim, walk in all of his ways, and love him, and to serve Yah your Elohim with all your heart and all of your being, to guard the commands of Yah and his laws, which I command you today, are for your good. See, the heaven and the heaven, the Shemayim and the Shemayim of Shemayim, the heaven and the heaven of heaven, belong to Yah your Elohim, also the earth and all that is in it. Yah delighted only in your fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, you above all people as it is today. And you shall circumcise the foreskin of your heart and harden your neck no more. For Yah your Elohim is Elohim of mighty ones and Adon of masters, the great El, mighty and awesome, who shows no partiality nor takes a bribe. He executes right ruling for the fatherless and the widow, and loves the stranger, giving him food and a garment. And you shall love the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Revere Yah your Elohim, and serve him, and cling to him, and swear by his name. He is your praise. He is your Elohim, who has done for you these great and awesome deeds, which your eyes have seen. Your fathers went down to Egypt, Mitzrayim, with 70 beings, and now Yah your Elohim has made you as numerous as the stars of the Shemayim, the stars of the heaven, just like he promised Abraham. Chapter 11. And you shall love Yah your Elohim, guard his charge, even his laws and his right rulings and his commands always. And you should know today, for it is not your children who have not known or who have not seen the discipline of Yah, his greatness, his strong hand, and his outstretched arm, and his signs and his works which he had done in the midst of Egypt, to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and to all his land. And that which he had done to the army of Egypt, to their horses and chariots. He made the waters of the sea of reeds overflow them as they pursued you. And oh, how Yah had destroyed them to this day. And what he has done for you in the wilderness until you came into this place. And what he has done to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, son of Reuben, when the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, and their households and their tents and all the living creatures that were in their possession in the midst of Israel. For yours are the eyes that saw all the great work of Yahuwah, which he did. And you shall guard every command which I command you today, so that you are strong and you shall go in, and you shall possess the land which you are passing over to possess, and to prolong your days in the land which Yah swore to give your fathers to them and to their descendants, and the land flowing with milk and honey. For the land which you are going in to possess is not like the land of Mitzrayim, for which you have come, where you sowed your seed and watered it by foot, as a vegetable garden. But the land which you are passing over to possess is a land of hills and valleys, which drinks water from the rain of the heaven, a land which Yah your Elohim looks after. The eyes of Yah your Elohim are always on it, from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And it shall be that if you diligently obey my commands, which I command you today, to love Yah your Elohim and serve him with all your heart and all your being, then I shall give you the rain for your land in its season, the early rain and the later rain, and you shall gather in your grain and your new wine and your oil, and I shall give grass in your fields for your livestock, and you shall eat and be satisfied. Guard yourselves, or else your heart will be deceived. You'll turn aside and serve other mighty ones, and you'll even bow down to them. The displeasure of Yah will burn against you, and he shall shut up the heaven, and there will be no more rain, and the land will not give its increase. And you shall perish quickly from the good land which Yah is giving you. And you shall lay up these words of mine in your heart and in your being, and shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. You shall teach them to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down. When you rise up, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates, so that your days and the days of your children are increased in the land of which Yah swore to your fathers to give them, as the days of the heaven on earth. If you diligently guard all of these commands that I command you, and do it, to love your Elohim, to walk in all of his ways, and to cling to him, then Yah will drive out all of those nations before you, and you shall dispossess greater and stronger nations than you. Every place on which the sole of your feet treads is yours, from the wilderness and Lebanon, from the river to the river Parath, even to the western sea is your border. No man shall stand against you. Yah your Elohim shall put the dread of you and the fear of you upon all the land where you tread, as he has spoken to you. I am putting before you today a blessing and a curse, a barakah and a curse. The barakah, the blessing, when you obey the commands of Yah your Elohim that I command you today. And the curse is if you do not obey the commands of Yah your Elohim. If you turn aside from the way which I command you today to go after other mighty ones which you have not known, it shall be when Yah your Elohim has brought you into the land which you're going to possess, that you shall put the blessing on Mount Gerizim and the curse on Mount Abel, and they not beyond the garden, following the way of the sun westward in the land of the Canaanites, who dwell in the desert plain opposite of Gilgal, besides the terebinth trees of Murrah. For you are passing over the garden to go in and possess the land which Yah your Elohim is giving you, and you shall possess it and dwell in it, and shall guard to do all the laws and right rulings which I am putting before you today. Blessed if you follow the commands, cursed if you do not. So obedience and disobedience, like we see from the very beginning, is being repeated here. Also, the Shema and the teaching these words diligently to your children. We see that again here in chapter 10, as we did in Deuteronomy 4:6 or Deuteronomy 6:4. I get them backwards sometimes. But hallelujah, praise Yah. My favorite part is definitely the blessing and the curse. You're blessed if you obey. You're cursed if you disobey. What are you going to choose today? Are you going to study these words and follow them to the best of your ability, all the commandments, and teach them to others, especially your children, if you have children? Or do you choose to disobey and be cursed? I choose to obey. So hallelujah, praise Yah. I pray Yah bless you and keep you, and may he shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. I'll be back with another video. Till next time. Bye.